Okay, come on. There we go. All right. Welcome to Christ-Centered Gamers game stream of Remembering Emily. So this game was given to us to review through Steam Curator. And yeah, I have to say, I really like the art and the music so far. I have not started the game. I just launched it, looked over the Steam page. It looked cute. And I guess it has two different endings, so thought it was worth checking it out. It's also made by a Spanish developer. I think the name of the developer is store page Tortita Studio. So I thought it looked cool, especially since the art style looks nice. So yeah, so there we go. I guess a couple other things. You are hearing me on this Turtle Beach Atlas 200 headset. We have this into review. Thank you so much for Turtle Beach sending to us. So you'll get to hear the mic. So hopefully I sound decent enough. I know I don't sound as good as my normal setup, but you know, I like to stream with mics as a way to show you guys how they sound. And I tested it, so I should sound good enough. But give me your opinion. I look forward to hearing it. Also, this game seems to support controller, which is great. I am playing it on the brand new Turtle Beach Victrix Pro BFG Reloaded. I know, it's a button. I'm pressing buttons. It's a visual novel. I'm not using any of its features, but I thought you'd like to know that that's what I'm using. So, gear check over with. Let's get... Oh, thanks for joining, Coffee. All right, let me know how I sound with this headset, considering it's so it's pretty cool. There's two different versions of this headset. There is three, but PlayStation version. Yes, this is a visual novel. I'm glad you're excited, Coffee. So this headset is $69 for the PC version and $59 for the console version. The benefits of the PC version is a longer cable. It's 6 meters instead of 1.4 or 1.2. Yeah, so basically 6 feet instead of 4 feet. 6.5, whatever. Yeah, I'm glad I sound good, considering I'm using a headset mic, right? The other benefit is it comes with a USB dongle, so you are hearing me through the USB dongle rather than connected to my sound card or my computer or whatever. So I thought it was cool. Okay, enough of that. Let's get started. Oh, yeah, that's just how you get to the options menu. It has full screen Windows, volume, and that's it. So that's not too much to it. All right, let's get started. Have you ever wondered if you're asleep or awake? If you're living a dream? From that day, since Emily's death, yeah. Bruh. Anyway, okay. I can't stop feeling this way. Okay. I figured this might, considering the title, I thought, oh, it's a traffic accident. Oh, that's too bad. Oh dear. Oh, that is rough. Okay. Losing someone you care about through a car accident is almost a worst case nightmare. Yeah. Well, I'm glad you like this VN already, Coffee. So afraid of looking insensitive, or that I didn't have any feelings for Emily. Is there a scroll back? I don't know if there is. That's not what I wanted. Oh, there we go. Story. If you hadn't felt anything, you wouldn't be going through this. That is true. Oh. You're writing a story somewhat similar to this. That's neat. So Noah is a girl, okay. Or would you be here? Usually Noah's a guy's name, but it could be a girl's name. Yes, I think I'm ready. Okay. What's Emily like? So is she a therapist? Or maybe she's her therapist. Or she's his therapist. Could never figure out, huh? Didn't have a good life, huh? Suffering a lot. Whoops, I hit the wrong button. Even if I want to escape from us at all costs, huh? Would you say it was love? They're not to answer that question right now, so there's a few typos. Oh, so you have a story with similar plot lines. That's interesting. Okay, well. It's got good music for a visual novel. Of course, let's go step by step. Okay, never really met anyone like her. Okay. You never had a great relationship. Huh. You said that because we didn't spend a great deal of time together, don't you? When you talk about Emily, you always point to really short periods of time. That is interesting. Yeah, well, it's Spanish, so it's English their second language. It is what it is, I guess. Won't be the first nor the last visual novel with unfortunate typos and mistranslations on occasion. So we're really talking about isolated moments of some abstract emotions. Still, I would say that the time you were with her was not very long. I asked that question before, Coffee. Why is she called Noah? I don't know. Maybe some people are. Maybe girls are called Noah in Spain. I don't know. Probably only a few months. Very intense, huh? Never a middle ground, huh? Okay, she is pretty intense, sounds like. Sounds exhausting, right? I know, Coffee, I don't think I have either, but... What are you gonna do? It's also addictive. So it may not have been the healthiest of relationships, it sounds like. But she was gorgeous, and he was infatuated with her. Maybe she was high on the hot crazy meter or something. Isn't that how it goes? Yeah, try not to, yeah. Why don't you want to admit it? Huh, interesting. Huh. Okay, yeah. Okay. Everything still feels so real, huh? I have a feeling there's something that eludes me. Is there a piece of a puzzle I can't see? Something at some point that you wanted to do. To forget. You'll to forget you first to understand. Huh. Yeah. Gosh, emotions do not understand about time, but the impact they have on us. Yeah, okay. I guess that's true. Had a profound impact on you, huh? She did. Then perhaps we should go back to the beginning. How did you meet Emily? And how did you kill her? Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Was he the one driving the car? First contact. Was he the one who pushed her out of the way or something? Pushed her into traffic? The sky woke up gray that day. I did see you had awoken. That's a typo. Earlier than usual. Can't beat a perfume, freshly ground coffee, and wet clothes. That's nice background sound effects. Even though there's not voice acted at all. Oops, all takeables are taken. Steam marks from the mugs were drawn on the window panes. As usual. But that day, there was something different. The girl. You know, there she was. I don't know, Coffee, if this is going to be a psycho story. All I know is it's remembering Emily. There's obviously sadness involved. And there's two different endings. That's all I know. Without a worry in the world. But beautiful as always. I'm going to assert confusion would be what would lead me to talk to her. Americano with coconut milk ready. Is he the barista? Or I saw someone approaching. Confident as if she was going straight for the coffee. I didn't think it too much. Pick up the coffee. With the awkward moment having to explain to a stranger that she had the wrong coffee. Who would order an Americano with coconut milk beside me? What I didn't expect was that she was going to pick it up before me. And even less, that she thought I was the one who was wrong. Huh. So that's my cup. I think you're mistaken. What do you mean yours? They didn't call a name. So did I. Huh. Who else would order something like this? Well, well. Great way to start the day. May have been a misunderstanding. It was nothing but a misunderstanding. Although it goes without saying that the coincidence is a bit odd. Quite a lot. Takes it that way, or apparently drinks that kind of coffee. Okay. Right? So it seems. You're the first one I've ever met to order this. That's funny. I've never tried it. I saw it on Reddit. Is that what it said? Reddit. Yep, that's funny. That's a cute little mistypo, intentional. A reply on a post about rare coffees. It came up as suggested just this morning. It caught my attention. Wait, can I see this comment? Am I the one who drinks Americano with coconut milk? Am I the only one? I couldn't believe what I was seeing. This comment is mine. Oh, that's cute. That's actually cute. What? Thomas Stibb, that's my username. I wrote this months ago. Are you kidding me? Reddit's algorithm decided that our paths had to cross today. That's funny. Or as if you had left a clue for me to find you. Huh. Have you followed it? It looks like it. That's funny. Funny. Exceptions say more about a person than rules. Okay. I think this conversation. So is it time to drink it? Yeah. Something about the way she looked at me as if she already knew me and made me stay. Sorry again, I haven't asked your name. I'm Emily. I can lose it, might as well. Thomas. It isn't the most common way to meet someone. In between jobs, huh? Okay. Doing stuff here and there, helping out with, well, things. Oh boy. You know how that goes. A little bit of everything. Uh-huh. I wouldn't know how to explain it very well either. What about you? I work in software development. Today, supposedly, I had to be at the office half an hour ago. Supposedly? Supposedly. I can be late one day, can't I? Only when I have a good reason. Oh boy, that's flirting. It is not so common in me. Uh-oh. We're going to meet someone and connect immediately. It's from work. You were telling me you had received a phone call while you were talking to Emily. Right, yes. What happened next? Okay, so this is the first option. Can I save here? Will it let me? Okay, good. Back. I replied, pretending to be sick. Emily answered the phone for me. What do you guys think? That's the bottom option's a little nuts. I don't think anyone would do that on a first meeting, much less good date or whatever you want to call it. I think we'll do the first choice unless somebody quickly tells me otherwise. Okay, take it from there. Finally decided to answer, and I can assure you... Oh, you wanted Emily to answer the phone. Well, it's not too late. I can load it. Because I smell crazy. Okay. Emily answered the phone. Okay. Okay, take it from there. Emily picked up the phone before I could react and answered in a neutral voice. Hello, good morning. Nurse Mia speaking. I am talking to you from the General Hospital. Mr. Thomas will not be able to attend today. He had a small accident. Oh, wow. No, it's not serious, but he needs to rest. Yeah, she's a little nuts. Yes, of course. Thank you for your understanding. What did you do? I saved you a lot of trouble. Or did you want to tell them the truth? No, but... Trust me. Yep, she's a little nuts. You were right about that. I guess now I have no choice but to lie to them tomorrow as well. I'll come up with something. Anything. Oh, man. You know, you don't look like someone who lies. Well, maybe because I'm not used to doing it. So you have to adapt to the circumstances. Maybe. Whoops. I can't remember about. Okay. Any regrets? I do not know yet. I love the honesty. I'll find out soon enough. And yet you don't seem too upset. I guess not. I felt like being here. I still don't know what exactly happened that day. Oh boy. What I know is that time just flew. and time to not stop with Emily in the cafe. All because of a post on Reddit. Without having planned it. Reminds me of a game. What was it called? An adventure game where the character meets another character in an abandoned station. Without knowing why, they start to talk as if they'd known each other their whole lives. Bridges of Nowhere? That's the one. I thought few people knew it. I'm not sure that I know that one. It's one of my favorites. That scene hit me hard. Huh. So maybe that's why it sprang to mind. It feels a bit like that, don't you think? A little, yeah. Coffee and that game. It feels as if I've known you my whole life. Man, she is laying it on thick. Something you say every day. About to give it almost nobody played. Well, in that sense, yes. All feels familiar, huh? Hey, Scott Stinker, thanks for joining. As if we'd talked before. I don't know, I have that feeling. There's something similar. Do you? I don't know if it's what you're saying or if it's that it's quite rare to have so many things in common with someone. It's as if, well, the coffee thing for starters. It's not a very common choice. I think you mentioned something like popular. Oh gosh, that's funny. I spent hours playing video games with Lily to just browse Steam and look for indies. That's so funny. We played The Forgotten Echo. Oh gosh, this is going to get into that, huh? Wait, is this, oh, they're completing each other's sentences. Oh wow, okay. As if you'd lived it before. Interesting. Man, I lost track of time. Oh, I don't know. Give him a... I cut Thomas some slack. Yeah, it's a little crazy, but it's not crazy. And if it hadn't been for what happened, I would surely have been there with Emily much longer. What is it? So we were following a script of a movie that no one had seen until today? What if we were? And where should you be? Do you like ramen? Cute. Well, I used to go. You're starting to scare me. I was like looking at myself in a slightly distorted mirror. Maybe she was stalking him. Would you like another coffee? A strange one a day is enough. That's what I'm wondering, is maybe she's a stalker. Oh boy. My sleff. Gotta love typos. And sometimes they're the ones that hurt the most when they're over. Oh boy. I had to leave a long time ago. I shouldn't be here, huh? That's what she's saying. It was an unexpected chat, but a good one. A really good one. Can't stay. Oh boy! That's interesting. She's got a gun in her purse. Especially considering it's in Europe. Well, we don't know. I think the developer's European. I don't know if it's where this takes place, but... And just like that, she left. As if the conversation hasn't happened. As if she hadn't left me with 1,000 unanswered questions. I don't know that she threatened him. As soon as she heard the sirens, her face changed. You think they were looking for her? That was my first thought. I said I was motivated by what you saw in her purse. I did at first, but not because I thought I was saying the murderer or thief. Instead, because it seemed that everything she had told me up to that point had been a lie. It's like I've been a sham. Like a normal go up to that point. But when I saw that, everything I used to think of her changed. Believe so, you would have wanted to keep chatting with her after seeing that in her purse. Yes. Sitting with her that day, hands down. Even with the thing in the bag. Yeah, the police did come in the cafe. Oh, wow. I passed by her at the entrance. She was going out and they were coming in. So at least it's clear that they were not looking for her. Or they didn't know what she looked like. But, yeah, interesting. It looks like it. So after that conversation, did you wonder why she was carrying a gun? Emily told me she hadn't had an easy life. She went after him when she was quite young and came to the city without knowing how to make a living. That is interesting. She did not want to go any further. Respected her boundaries. Yeah, that makes sense. Makes sense. Mm-hmm. Taking that into account, it's only logical to think that Emily was used to taking care of herself. Yeah. Mm-hmm. Yeah, yeah. Child when she ran the city, yeah. Emily's case is a fairly common one, huh? And with a gun, of course, people who have gone through complex circumstances. Their lives may even have been in danger. Up to this day, they cannot sleep without holding a knife or something that makes them feel safe. Yeah, I mean, that makes sense. Makes sense, of course, but when I saw the gun, it was hard for me to think about it that way. The opposite would have been strange. This conversation had led you to think that she had not overcome her past. Right. She asked what she did for a living. Remember you mentioning it. She was quite elusive on the subject from what you said. So at first, but then I was able to find out a little by little what her situation really was, or what her job really was. What did she do? She worked in some kind of social services department. She told me that she helped other people who had gone through the same thing she had. And girls who had been rejected by the people they loved the most. She was trying to help them get their lives back on track. Huh. You hadn't been able to forget her past, yeah? Mm-hmm. Should have a safeguard. She explained to some extent why she didn't want to tell you what she did for a living at first. Huh. As if she was trying to open up to you through her work. Yep. This is normal, but even so, Emily decided to open up to you. Yep. Huh. Video game doing photography, that's was Emily a photographer? Yeah, apparently so. Freelance nature photographer, huh? Well, interesting art. It was a box full of surprises. Every time she spoke, it seemed like I was going to see a new trade that made me want to get to know her more. Yeah. Didn't she like her job at the time? Learning what she was hiding, everything makes much more sense. As I told you, people have different ways of overcoming their past. You know, others like her could be almost therapeutic. Now she needs to step away. Whoop. And end the traumatic stage of her life. The curious thing is that she decided that photography was the best way to achieve that goal. Huh. And it's not my area. I think embarking on something like this without previous experience can make it really hard to make a living of it. Yeah, I suppose that's true. Resourceful, yeah. A little bit about everything. Yeah, I can see that. YouTube is not. They renamed Reddit to Roddit, but they left YouTube as is. That's interesting. In another game I'm playing, it calls it FooTube. Oh, she would make things up, I see. She made a mistake with the ending of our game, right? You exaggerating it a bit? Maybe fear too. Yeah, maybe. Huh. Interesting way to put it. Jumping into the abyss, huh? Do you think that doing everything differently can put you in danger? Take the safest path, huh? Okay. When it comes to matters of art, they may not be the best. You will not be rejected. Nor loved. Interesting thoughts, yeah. There's always a little bit of risk in a relationship. Probably not as much as this crazy lady, but there's always some, I suppose. Yeah. So if I ask for someone to share my life with, oh, wow. That's why I decided to stay after golf from work. That makes sense. Yep. I understand that. Everything was too perfect. I don't know. If I was in a situation, I don't know. Obviously, I'm not single, but if I was and I met a girl like that, I don't know. Would I do the same thing? Maybe. What if fear boycotts me again? Didn't you think you had the right to take at least one risk in your life? Even when it jeopardized your job. That was one of those considering my encounter with Emily. Well, he didn't have to let her do that. It was a choice he made. So civil levels when I saw the revolver. I knew for sure that impulse, that attitude was not normal. Okay, so this is being that so the choice may have changed your perspective on Emily's personality. That's interesting. I wonder how the choice I may have to try a different choice sometime in the future. Did you realize you were ignoring the red flags? There we go. There you go, Coffee. The red flags. Completely. But I decided to think that it would probably be a one-time thing. Ever something to hide something you don't want, they don't show at first. So what she was hiding was much bigger. Yes, it was, and yet I was attracted to it. Oh boy. That's not smart. I understand it, but it was like that. And if you were able to go back to that moment, would you act differently? But part of me still thinks I would have stayed anyway. Something inside me wanted to uncover all her mysteries. Putting yourself at risk? Even if I'm at that. He's into psycho. Your way of condoning her. And for plausible explanations, it makes me think that you hadn't experienced something like this before. It's probably true. Not everybody has gone through that. No, never. Not even close. Okay, so this is his first girlfriend. Have you had many relationships? None that really made a difference. Okay, well, okay. So maybe out of the short flings, but nothing big. That's why, because of that lack of experience, everything seemed more difficult for me to figure out. Okay. Do you think that influenced in your decision to stay? A lot. I had nothing to compare it to. Yeah, okay. So he didn't really know her. He's never really been with a girl much, or not spent a lot of time with one. And he had no idea of concept of what's normal for a girl, I suppose. I know what was normal and what wasn't. And we thought, give it a chance. This might be your story. Yeah, okay. Your only story? Maybe. That's what I thought at the time. I can understand that. I can. Holding out the story just because you're afraid you won't have another one. That is a relatable perspective. I know. Now I can see it from a different point of view. But in that very moment, it was all I had. I don't think you find the importance of fate. That belief that if something was bound to happen, it would happen. Don't insist, don't force anything. It seemed to me the easy way out. Yeah, okay. Maybe she'll come back. What did you do the next day? I didn't go to the cafe. Why? I had to take some distance. I always least that's what I told myself. I made up excuses, work, tiredness, but the truth is that, while I could try to justify what I saw, I was scared. Yeah, okay. It'll take you to come back. 1 week, a whole week, but during those days, I thought of nothing else. That's understandable. And when he came back, I did not stop going every day, even at weekends. Were you hoping to see her? More than that, I was going because I needed to see her. I didn't know why, but I needed her. Did you change your routine because of it? I requested to work from home, just to spend more time over there. I sat in the same place at the same time, and every time the door would open, I hoped it was her. Thomas, I want to ask you again something you didn't want to answer at first. If you're ready, I think it would be a great step. When did you know you were in love with Emily? I think that it was when she pointed that gun at me. Wait, what? Wait. When did she do that? Pointed that gun at me? It was in the purse, but he didn't say that anything about that. Chapter 2, the bookstore. Oh boy. Brad Sanders, the truth, huh? Confess I'm not an avid reader, but there is one author whose works I eagerly wait. Brad Sanders. I don't know exactly why. That time I decided to buy his newest book at the bookstore closest to home. Last. It'd been years since the last time I had bought a book in a physical bookstore. I read everything on my cell or e-reader. Maybe because I spent all day in front of a screen, I decided to step away from it during reading. I even wrote on the author's account that I would buy the book when I got off work. Well, since the incident with Emily. If there was a day when I was sure I'd left all of that behind. Perhaps it was that day just before I opened one of the doors to the bookstore. Okay, she must be inside. As soon as I entered, there she was. The bell, which lets the clerk know the arrival of new customer, was still ringing when she approached. Thomas? Is that you? That I was wanted by the police? That I fled from the city? Okay. Okay. I could be in danger again. I was carrying that because for a few years now I've been running away from someone. She thought her relationship was very different from what it really was. Oh boy, so she was in an abusive relationship. Okay, that's too bad. Oh boy. I finally decided that I had to escape from him at all costs. That's rough. The day I had to run away from the cafe, I thought he might be close again. She's pretty forgiving, all things considered. Crazy. Oh, gosh. Clearly, it's not Destiny. It truly seems like it. Man. Oh gosh. Someone worth fighting for. Oh boy. You know, this was only his previous book, a video game, or a coffee. Oh, I don't know, Coffee. I can understand his point of view. I can understand it. You don't need to explain yourself any further. Unloaded, huh? Mm-hmm. Okay. Mm-hmm. If I send his wig, you might knock him out by throwing it in his face. Yeah. Okay. Are you still working on what you told me about? Started on a photography class. Okay. Okay. Cute. She had her longer than I can remember. Most things unimportant. So she decided to take me to the park. The sun was already setting. People who were walking around were already returning home. Looked at Emily's face. Okay. Is that why you brought me here? I was only 16 and you didn't tell me much about your past before you came here. Theoretically, I can't say I had bad luck with my family. And everything I could have wished for. Toys and food. Someone who loved me. Barely remembered her parents' faces. They're simply there. Episode of TV series that has no meaning. Interesting. As for school, it wasn't much better. Okay. Okay. So she had rich parents, okay. I was 16 months out to change my life. Interesting. Seth, huh? house. Okay, that's dangerous. No, I was in love with him. Okay. I guess you never get to fully know someone. Huh. One day he stopped coming home for a long time. Oh boy. Oh wow. A lucky break. Huh. Just a minute, we didn't want to stop being together. We saw if there was any place open at that time to have a drink. And call it chance or fate, but the only place open nearby was the cafe where we had met. Huh. Oh jeez. We played the visual novel with the protagonist of the late night coffee shop in a fantasy universe. Okay, that's silly. Two Americans with coconut milk. That's cute. Which one do you think they mean? Which visual novel do you think they mean, Coffee? I'm curious. Unless you're referring to something else. Isn't it Caffeine Victoria's Legacy? That's a very good question. I'm going to have to look that up. Send me the link to the store page. And no fights along the way. Okay. Oh, really? Oh, she's selling them already. Yeah, that's a perfect coffee, thanks. You're not that far away from your goal of leaving your current job. One of my last jobs, huh? Interesting. That'd be used in social networks, huh? Posting a photo looks like you're not posing. That's interesting. I could trust her, huh? Nor ever again. Wow, that's a big statement. I admit that for a moment I thought it had all been a dream. Something ephemeral. I kept talking to Emily at least a few more minutes until that happened. Gosh. Hmm. Hmm. Oh, she might be psycho. That's not the issue. Hmm. 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 Mm-hmm. Interesting. She works for the gangs. That's kind of nuts. Mm-hmm. So it helps other girls go through what I have. Interesting. Hmm. Hmm. Interesting. Mm-hmm. Hmm. He's probably true. I mean, she's probably right on this one. You have no idea what it is that he pointed with a gun. To let if the situation gets out of control, even just a little bit, it may be the last. Thomas. I guess that's the choice. Petrified when you got here. Mm-hmm. That's what we're here for. I keep wondering, how is it possible that she pulled out the gun in a cafe without anyone seeing her? It was late. I don't even understand how the cafe was open at that hour. The barista and us in the room. Also, the barista was cleaning and hardly paid attention to us since he gave us our coffees. I understand. What happened then? Okay, I'm gonna save this choice. Save. Right here. Okay. And you know what? This is a great time to stop. I know it's a cliffhanger, but it's only, you know, it's a visual novel. It's not a super long one from what I read. So it's probably a good time to stop. Um, but yeah. Yeah, so I'm going to say this is a pretty interesting story so far. I don't know if it quits the game entirely if I click exit, but or if it just goes straight to the main menu. But anyway, all right. Well, I think that's a pretty interesting first look at Remembering Emily. Like I said, thank you guys, developers, for sending it to us through Steam Curator. I have to say that it's a pretty interesting story. It's not bad. It's definitely enough to keep me engaged at least, which is always good. Let me see how much it is at the store, how much it costs. This is a $10.99 story, which isn't too terrible. $10.99. And people in the Steam reviews seem to have between 2 and 7 hours, so I'm not sure exactly how long this game is, but I'm guessing 4 to 5 hours. So, oh, also it has a native Mac and Linux version if that matters to you. Yeah. So, and there's a whole bunch of characters that we have not met yet. So that's pretty cool. So, all right, I think we have a lot to look forward to. All right, well, thank you so much, guys, for watching. Take care. God bless, and